All right, ready to dive into some really cool AI tools. Today, we're going to be looking at tools that can seriously boost your productivity. Like, imagine writing faster, making awesome visuals, even managing your time like a pro.
It's like having a cheat sheet for leveling up your work, all using the power of AI.
Exactly, and the cool thing is we're basing this whole deep dive on a really interesting article.
It's called 9 AI tools that will make your workflow smarter and faster. And they've really picked out some of the most promising tools out there.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much happening in the AI world right now. New stuff popping up every day. It can feel kind of overwhelming, right?
Absolutely.
So we wanted to cut through all that noise and focus on what's really worth your time. Kind of a curated list of the best of the best.
Exactly. And the best part is that this isn't just, some future fantasy. These tools are available right now. People are already using them to get things done faster, be more creative, and, really get ahead.
Okay, so let's jump right in. One that really caught my eye was Synthesia. Now, I've always been fascinated by the idea of AI-generated video, but this seems like it takes it to a whole other level.
Oh, yeah. Synthese is super cool.
Like, imagine being able to create a professional-looking video without even needing a camera or a studio.
It's crazy, right? It sounds like science fiction,
It totally does.
but it's actually real. So with Synthesia, you create these videos using what they call digital actors. They're like AI avatars that can speak in tons of different languages and deliver your script.
Oh, wow.
And they even have like realistic facial expressions and movements.
So I could literally type up a script, pick my avatar, put him in a suit or something, and then, boom, instant video.
Exactly. No cameras, no lighting, no hassle.
That's amazing. Think about how helpful that would be for, small businesses or anyone who doesn't have a big budget for video production.
It's a total game changer for them. Suddenly they can create all these cool marketing videos, trainings, product demos, anything.
I mean, these days, video is everything, right?
Absolutely.
Our attention spans are like, what, 5 seconds?
Pretty much.
Video's just the best way to grab people's attention. Get your message across quickly.
Exactly. And what I think is so cool is that Synthesia is just one example of how AI is making these really sophisticated tools, things that used to be really expensive. They're making them accessible to everyone now.
Right.
And that's huge for individuals and businesses.
Okay, so next up is DALL-E. And
Wow.
this one, honestly, I kind of geeked out about this one for a while. I mean, we've all heard about AI writing text, right?
Right.
But DALL-E, it creates images from descriptions. You just type in what you want to see, and it makes it.
It's pretty mind-blowing. No matter how wild or crazy your idea is, you describe it, and DALL-E creates a unique image from that.
So I could type in something like, a fluffy pink unicorn riding a roller coaster through a field of rainbows. And DALL-E would just, make a picture of that.
Exactly. And the images are incredible, super detailed, and creative. It's like having your own personal AI artist. You can bring any idea to life.
Okay, but let's say I'm not trying to create, fantasy artwork. How would someone actually use DALL-E for work? Are there real-world applications?
Totally. Imagine you're a marketer working on a new campaign. You need a strong visual. Instead of spending hours searching for stock photos or briefing a designer, you just tell DALL-E what you want. It creates a custom image perfectly aligned with your vision.
Wow, that would save so much time and money. Plus, you'd get a totally original image that no one else has.
Exactly. And that's just one example. People are using DALL-E in all sorts of creative fields: advertising, design, even education. The possibilities are endless.
Okay, I have a feeling we could talk about Dell all day, but we've got to move on. Let's talk about Copilot. Now, a lot of people think of chatbots when they hear AI, but Copilot is different.
Yeah, it's way more than just a chatbot.
Right.
Copilot is like an AI assistant. It can actually help you write and code.
So if I'm struggling with a coding problem, Copilot could suggest solutions or even write code for me.
Exactly. It's not just about fixing errors, though. Copilot actually understands the context of what you're doing.
Oh, wow.
So the suggestions it gives are actually relevant and insightful. It's almost like having an experienced developer looking over your shoulder, giving you tips and guidance.
And I've heard that Copilot is really popular with programmers who are learning new languages.
Yeah, it's great for that.
It's like having a built-in mentor, right? Someone to help you navigate all the complexities of coding.
Totally. And for experienced programmers, it can be a huge time saver. It can automate those repetitive tasks so you can focus on the more interesting stuff.
Now, for those of us who aren't coders, I hear Copilot also has some cool features for writing.
Oh, absolutely.
Like it can help you generate ideas, improve your grammar, even beat writer's block.
It's true.
Yeah.
Copilot is a powerful tool for anyone who works with words. whether you're writing emails, reports, articles, even creative stuff.
This is starting to sound like an AI Swiss Army knife.
Kind of, yeah.
And speaking of tools that can do it all, next on the list is Koala. Now, the article calls Koala a game changer for content creation, but I'm not exactly sure what makes it so special.
Well, Koala is all about creating content that performs well online.
Okay.
Specifically, it focuses on making your content rank high in search engines like Google. So it's not just about writing great content, it's about making sure people actually see it.
Ah, so it's like having an SEO expert built into your writing process.
Exactly. Koala uses AI to analyze your keywords, the things people are searching for, and then suggests relevant topics for you to write about.
Oh, cool.
It also helps you structure your content in a way that appeals to both readers and search engines.
That's huge. I mean, we all know how important it is to show up on the first page of Google, right?
Absolutely.
But SEO can be so complicated and time-consuming.
For sure. But Koala really simplifies the whole process, makes it accessible to everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a tech expert or not. With Koala, you can create content that actually gets seen and read.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground already. We've talked about AI that can create videos. And this is just the beginning.
It's pretty remarkable, right? The speed at which AI is developing is incredible.
It really is.
And the tools we've talked about so far, they're just a glimpse into what's possible.
Yeah, I'm already thinking about how I could be using these tools to level up my own work.
Me too.
And I bet you are too, right? Don't worry, we're going to dive into even more amazing AI tools after the break, so stay tuned.
We'll be right back. You know what's really exciting about all these AI tools is that they're not just for, tech geniuses.
Yeah, that's what's so cool about this whole AI revolution. It's making these powerful tools available to everyone.
It really is. It's like we're all getting these superpowers, right?
But I love that analogy. It's like suddenly we can all work smarter, create better, do things we never could before.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about meetings, because I know we all have a love-hate relationship with meetings.
Oh, for sure.
They can be so time-consuming, and sometimes you walk out thinking, what did we even accomplish?
Right.
But what if AI could help us make meetings, actually productive?
Well, that's exactly what some of these tools are designed to do.
Really?
Yeah, the article talks about Fireflies and Clockwise, both aimed at making meetings better.
Interesting.
So with Fireflies, imagine having an AI assistant who's in every meeting with you. It's taking notes, capturing those key points, and even summarizing everything afterwards.
So it's like having a personal note taker, but it never gets bored or misses anything, even if I zone out for a second.
Exactly. Fireflies records the audio, transcribes it all in real time, and then uses AI to pick out the important stuff, like topics, action items, even the overall sentiment of the meeting.
Wow, that's impressive.
So you can go back later and easily review what was discussed.
That could be huge for teams, especially if you're working remotely, like a lot of people are these days.
Oh, absolutely. No more scrambling to take notes. Everyone can focus on the conversation. Plus, you have this searchable transcript, so you can find that one detail you need later on.
Right, right. Okay, so what about Clockwise? How does that help with meetings?
So Clockwise is more about scheduling. It's like an AI scheduling assistant.
Okay.
It hooks into your calendar and figures out the best way to schedule meetings.
Oh, that's interesting.
It considers your availability, your priorities, even things like how much travel time you need. It's like having a time management coach, making sure you're using your time efficiently.
So instead of just like accepting every meeting invite that comes in,
Yeah.
Clockwise would suggest the best times for those meetings.
Exactly. It helps you create a schedule that actually works for you, making sure you have time for focused work and minimizing those back-to-back meetings that can be so draining.
I love that. I'm always struggling to find those blocks of time where I can just focus and get things done.
I think we all are.
It feels like it's just meeting after meeting after meeting.
Clockwise can definitely help with that.
Okay, so switching gears a bit, let's talk about Descript. This one is all about editing audio and video, but it uses AI to make the whole process way easier.
Oh, yeah. Descript is a game changer. If you work with audio or video at all, podcasting, YouTube, whatever, you gotta check it out.
So what makes it so different from, regular editing software?
Well, the cool thing is with Descript, you can edit the audio and video by editing the text transcript.
Wait, seriously? So I can edit a video just by changing the words?
Pretty much. Descript transcribes everything, and then you can just edit the text like you would a Word doc. You can delete words, sentences, whole paragraphs, and it automatically makes the same changes to the audio or video.
No way. So if I wanted to, cut out a section of an interview, I could just highlight the text to delete it, and boom, it's gone from the video too.
Exactly. It's so much faster and easier than messing around with timelines and all that.
Wow.
Plus, it has all these other features like noise reduction, cleaning up the audio, and even making synthetic voices.
This sounds like a dream come true. I've spent way too many hours wrestling with video editing software.
I feel you.
This AI stuff is really making things so much simpler.
It really is.
Okay, so we talked about Koala a little earlier, the tool that helps with SEO, making sure your content gets seen online.
Right.
But I think it's worth diving a little deeper into that because SEO can be kind of a mystery.
It can be, yeah.
So, in a nutshell, what is SEO and why should people care about it?
SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. Basically, it's about making your website or your content show up when people search for things on Google.
Okay.
So it's not enough to just write great content. You got to make sure Google understands what it's about and thinks it's worth showing to people.
So it's like if I write a blog post about, I don't know, let's say the best coffee shops in Seattle.
Right.
SEO is what helps people actually find that post when they're searching for coffee shops in Seattle.
Exactly. And that's what Koala does. It helps you figure out what people are searching for and then optimize your content to match those searches.
It's like having a secret weapon to get your content seen, right?
Exactly. It's a game changer for anyone who wants their content to actually reach an audience.
Okay, so we've talked about tools for videos, meetings, editing, SEO, but there's one big category we haven't touched on yet. Writing tools.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
And I know this is a big one for a lot of people.
For sure. Writing is like the foundation of so much of what we do.
Right. And AI is changing the way we write in a big way.
Absolutely.
The article highlights two tools specifically, Grammarly and Whale. Any word. Now, most people probably know Grammarly as a grammar checker.
Right.
I've been using it for years.
Me too.
But it's become so much more than that.
Oh, it has. It's using AI now to go way beyond just grammar and spelling.
Yeah. It analyzes your writing style, helps you make your writing clearer and more concise, and even adjusts your tone to fit your audience.
It's like having a personal writing coach, always there to give you feedback and make your writing stronger.
It's true, and I've noticed it's gotten really good at understanding the context of what I'm writing.
Oh, yeah.
The suggestions it gives are actually helpful, not just grammatically correct. It's almost spooky sometimes.
It's pretty amazing what it can do. It's not just about catching those little errors anymore. It's about helping you become a better writer overall.
Okay, so then what about AnyWord?
So AnyWord is really interesting. It's specifically for marketing and content creation.
Okay.
It uses AI to analyze your target audience, figure out what they like, and then helps you write copy that will resonate with them.
So like ads, email, subject lines, blog posts, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. It's like having a whole team of marketing experts working for you, giving you insights and data to make your content more effective.
Wow. So instead of just guessing what might work, AnyWord can tell you what's actually going to get people's attention.
That's the idea. It takes the guesswork out of marketing and helps you get better results.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, and I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
I know, right? It's incredible to think about how fast AI is evolving.
It feels like we're just at the beginning of something huge.
We really are. It's going to change everything about how we work and create.
Okay, so before we wrap up, are there any common themes or big takeaways that you've noticed from all the tools we've talked about?
Well, one thing that really stands out to me is that AI is becoming so much more accessible. It's not just for the tech elite anymore.
That's a good point.
These tools are designed for everyone now, which is really exciting.
It is. It's like suddenly everyone can have access to these amazing capabilities.
Exactly.
And another thing that I've been thinking about is, some people worry that AI is going to replace humans.
Yeah, that's a common concern.
But from what we've seen today, it seems more like AI is about augmenting our abilities.
I think that's a much better way to look at it. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used to enhance what we do.
I like that. It's not humans versus machines. It's humans and machines working together to achieve more.
Exactly. And when we embrace AI as a partner, that's when things get really interesting.
It's amazing to think we started by talking about 9 AI tools, but this conversation has really become about so much more. We've gone way beyond just like how to use these tools.
Yeah, we've been talking about what AI means for how we work, how we create, even how we think about the future.
Right. It's not just about the tech itself. It's about like the human side of it all.
Exactly. And that's what makes it so fascinating. It's not just technology, it's humanity,
Totally. And I think the big takeaway here is that AI is not some far-off thing. It's here, it's happening now, it's already changing things in a big way.
Absolutely. And like we've seen, these AI tools are becoming easier to use all the time. So it doesn't matter if you're a tech expert or just starting out, there's something out there for you.
Yeah. And I know some people might be feeling a bit overwhelmed by all this. It can seem like a lot to take in,
For sure.
but it's important to remember that AI is just a tool.
Right.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. The key is to approach it with curiosity, responsibility, and a willingness to, learn and adapt.
Couldn't agree more. And it's also important to remember that AI is still developing. The stuff we have today, it's just the beginning.
Right. Like the tip of the iceberg.
Exactly. As AI gets more sophisticated, we're going to see even more powerful and transformative tools emerge.
Which is super exciting, but also kind of makes you think, right? Like, as AI gets smarter, what does that mean for us? What does it mean for jobs, for creativity, for, what it means to be human?
It definitely raises a lot of big questions, and those are questions we need to be talking about, right now. We need to have open and honest conversations about the potential benefits and risks of AI and how we can make sure it's used for good.
Absolutely. Well, we've covered a ton of ground in this deep dive, but before we go, I want to leave you with this thought.
Yeah.
AI has the potential to be a really powerful force for good in the world.
Yeah, it really does.
It can help us solve tough problems, create amazing new things, even connect with each other in ways we never thought possible.
It's true. But ultimately, it's up to us to shape the future of AI. We need to make sure it's used in a way that reflects our values.
Right. And that's a responsibility we all share. So as you explore the world of AI, do it with a sense of wonder. Be open to collaborating with others, and remember to use this technology to make a positive impact.
Absolutely. And remember, this is just the beginning. There's so much more to discover. So stay curious, stay engaged, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the world of AI.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.